We're going to be using Firebase as the backend and database to our project. Now, Firebase is a great choice for us since we're making a chat app where we want users to be able to see new messages in real time. And Firebase is what's known as a real-time database. It makes use of a technology called WebSockets in order to make data transfer very fast. So we'll create an account with Firebase at firebase.google.com, and we'll click on, once you've signed up, go to console. We'll be taken to console.firebase.google.com. We want to add a project by clicking on Add Project. We'll include our project name. I'll give mine the name of React/clone. Then we'll be asked to agree to their terms. So click the checkbox, then click on Create Project. Firebase will now create our project. Once our project is ready, we'll click on the Continue button, and we'll be taken to a kind of admin panel for our project. We'll begin by, underneath the line Get Started by adding Firebase to your app, we'll click on this code icon. It'll give us some instructions and data we'll use to integrate Firebase with our web app. Underneath the Initialize Firebase comment, we want to grab both the config object as well as the function called firebase.initializeApp, which takes that config object. We'll copy all of that, head back to our app. We're going to add a new file within our source folder for all of this that we copied. We're going to call this firebase.js. We'll paste that right in. And since we're making use of Firebase here when we're calling initialize app with all of the configuration data, we're going to import Firebase from firebase/app, and we're going to import a few other packages as well, say sub-dependencies I should say. We'll import firebase/auth for authorization within our app, firebase/database to make use of the real-time database, firebase/storage, which will allow us to store things like media files, at the very bottom we'll export Firebase with export default to make that available to other parts of our app. Then if you'll notice, the storage bucket property just has an empty string. We want to set up our Firebase storage. So we'll go over to the storage tab on the left hand side, and in that page we'll click on Get Started. It'll show us some default security rules for our storage. Just say got it. And from here we want to grab the URL up at the top after the gs // that URL that ends with appspot.com, and paste that directly into our storage bucket property to set up Firebase storage. Now we can save that file and start making use of Firebase within our React app.